Hey everybody, Mama Hen back at you again with a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a buttermilk, cheddar cheese, and jalapeno biscuit. There are two types of biscuits that you can make. The first one I showed you on a couple videos ago was a light, tender, fluffy biscuit. Today we're going to be doing a light, tender, flaky biscuit. So let's get started. Right here I have 1 cup of flour, half bread, half all-purpose flour. To that, I have a heaping tablespoon of instant vanilla pudding mix. And then to that, I have a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of butter popcorn flavoring. Now you can use regular salt, but this just adds a buttery taste. So popcorn seasoning or salt, if you can find that in your supermarket, grab it. It makes a world of difference. It gives it the biscuit a nice buttery taste. But you can use table salt. And I'm going to add all those ingredients to my bowl. And then I'm going to take my whisk and just incorporate a little bit of air, making for a lighter biscuit. To that, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of good quality butter. That's 6 tablespoons of good quality butter. Now, if you don't learn anything else from me, I've reiterated it that I use quality ingredients. I don't skip. I don't skimp at all. So good quality butter. And I'm just going to toss the flour mixture into the butter biscuit mix. And you want pea-sized crumbs. Okay. Once you've accomplished that, you want to make a well in the center of your butter flour mixture and add 1/2 cup of whole fat buttermilk. Just go ahead and pour that in the center. And toss your dry ingredients into the liquid until you've incorporated that. You want to keep your hands out of the biscuit dough as much as possible, because what you want to accomplish is a light flaky biscuit, and you don't want to warm up your butter. You want to keep everything cold. So your butter should be cold, your buttermilk should be cold. And just incorporate all those ingredients until well combined. Don't overmix, but just until well combined. To that, you want to add 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Just go ahead and incorporate that. About halfway through the process, you want to go ahead and toss in two small chopped jalapeno peppers. I add the seeds and all, but you can take out the seeds if you don't like the heat. I like the heat. And just incorporate that into all of the ingredients. Lastly, you want to add a tablespoon of honey, or you can use sugar, whichever you prefer. I prefer honey. Now this is a half a batch of biscuit dough, which I use a large cookie cutter to cut my dough. So it'll give me about 4.5 large biscuits. If you use a smaller cookie cutter, you'll get about 6 biscuits. So if you want a full batch, you just double the ingredients. Okay. And it doesn't matter at this point whether all the ingredients are incorporated, because as you lay your biscuit dough out on a floured surface, table, cutting board, whatever, you're going to incorporate everything then. So go ahead and toss your ingredients out onto a nice floured surface. Now your dough should be sticky. You see how this dough is looking? It should be sticky. So after laying out all of your ingredients, you want to flour your hands, because again, the dough is very sticky. Okay. Flour your hands and pat the dough out. Being careful not to keep your hands in the dough. Keep your hands out of the dough as much as possible. Take your bench scraper, flip it over. Flip it over again. Now for my flaky biscuits, I like to use a rolling pin. I roll the dough out. Now I'm going to do a trifold. And what this accomplishes is it allows for the layers to form in your biscuits. So go ahead and pat that out. Then I like to cut the dough in half and stack it. These two procedures allow for layers in your biscuits. Then I'm going to go ahead and roll it out once more. And do another trifold. Turn your dough around and roll it out once again. Cut the dough in half and stack. Turn your dough around. Now you want to do this procedure, about 5 or 6 times. Cut it in half and stack. So turn your dough around once again and roll out. Doing another fold and turn the dough around. Roll out another time. Some flour on my rolling pin. Now, it doesn't matter how many times you fold the dough or stack the dough. You don't have to count the steps, but you want to do the whole process about 5 or 6 times. Now I'm going to roll the dough out to about 1/2 inch. And I'm going to shape a rectangle. Now it's at this point that you can either cut the dough with a bench scraper, or you can use a cookie cutter, which is what I like to use for those uniform cuts, because I'm all about presentation. So you can either cut your dough into squares out of the rectangle, or use a cookie cutter. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to use the bench scraper. That way, I'll still accomplish the same thing. It's just that they won't be the quote-unquote uniform square. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to use the cookie cutter. And straight down. You don't want to twist your cutter. You want to go straight down into the dough and lift. See, there you have a nice uniform cut. Straight down and lift. I actually cut those in about 3/4 of an inch thick. So hopefully we'll get 2 more. But just know that if you want 4 biscuits, you need to measure your dough to about 1/2 inch thick. straight down and lift. So we're going to get 3 biscuits. 3 biscuits is what we're getting. The next step is to take your dough and put it in the freezer to chill while you're preheating your oven to 450 degrees. Now don't forget to preheat your baking pan along with preheating your oven. As I've stated in previous videos, I prefer cast iron. Cast iron just makes a superior biscuit, but whatever pan you like. At this time, I would once again like to welcome everybody to my channel. Appreciate you all. Thank you for visiting my channel, and please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning up while we're waiting for the oven to preheat. By the way, the reason why I chill my dough is to firm it up so that you don't have so much spread. A cold dough makes for a lighter, puffier biscuit. So always put your dough in the freezer before preheating the oven. So the biscuit dough is ready to go into the oven at 450 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Hold the line. And I'm lightly spraying my cast iron skillet. And I will be basting the biscuits with buttermilk. Basting lightly with buttermilk. Or you can use butter, whatever your preference is. It just adds sheen and color to your biscuits. Okay. And off to the oven they go. Now, humidity helps your bread to rise. So you want to spray your oven about 20 sprays of water. And off they go. So here you have it yet, ladies and gentlemen. Cheddar cheese and jalapeno pepper, flaky butter biscuits. Man, these things are gigantic. Let me oh my goodness, can you believe how big they are? Let me cut one to show you the flaky layers. So basically, the flaky biscuit is minus the shortening and the sour cream. You have just nothing but straight butter and buttermilk. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Flaky buttermilk, cheddar, and jalapeno pepper biscuit. And I'll just show you the inside. First, let me show you a close up. You see those layers? That's accomplished by folding and cutting your dough over and over again. And the inside of the biscuit, you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And with that said, bye-bye.